My friends, welcome back. My name is Renee, and I am here today with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to a request that Robert Smith submitted to me, asking me to review the teaser trailer for Joker 2019. Now, I really haven't heard much about this movie at all. Normally, I see at least some things coming through my news feeds, people's general opinion, or excitement, seeing as though it is something from the DC universe. I would expect that there'd be some amount of posting saying, I'm really looking forward to this movie, but I really haven't heard anything. So I'm very curious to see what it's about. From my understanding, this should be a kind of a prequel in a sense to the Suicide Squad movie that came out a couple years ago. I remember hearing back then that Joker was going to be getting his own movie. I think that actor was Jared Leto, so that he was getting his own Joker movie. And I remember that public opinion of Suicide Squad hadn't been that high. I finally saw it a couple of months ago, and it was decent. It was good enough. I personally wasn't thrilled with the Joker that was presented, but I don't have too much an opinion one way or another because the DC comics are not something that I ever really got into. Comics were kind of outside my interests for a while there. I'm slowly starting to get into them. But it's more of a passing interest to me. So I am not sure what to expect with this. I didn't really realize that Joker had an intricate backstory. So I'm not sure if this is something that's going to be based on a comic or if it's an original idea they came up with for the movie. I have a basic understanding of Joker, obviously. I've seen a couple clips of him in the Batman cartoons, a few things from the movies that have come up, like little snippets here and there. So I have an understanding of who the character is and what his role is in the DC universe. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with this movie. So I'm going to go ahead and react to the trailer, and afterwards I'll leave a few thoughts on it. So without further ado, let's get watching this.
Arthur, does it help to have someone to talk to?
His name's Arthur? Alright, I'm already learning something new.
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face.
Okay.
She told me I had a purpose to bring laughter and joy to the world. Hey, stop them! Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile.
It's an interesting tone they're setting up.
Though it's breaking. When there are
Arkham State Hospital, okay.
in the sky, you'll get by.
What?
If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll find that life is still worthwhile. If you
What's
He's losing it.
Freak!
Gotham's lost its way.
And so's the Joker.
What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize
There's a whole mob of them.
it's a comedy.
That's an interesting shot.
If you just smile.
All right. Okay then. So that was an interesting trailer. Okay. So, from what I gathered, we are going to watch the Joker's descent into madness. Uh, that's very interesting. Also, it would appear that I stand corrected. This is not in any way, shape, or form related to Suicide Squad. That was not Jared Leto's Joker. I wonder where I'd heard that rumor. Maybe they were already planning on making a Joker movie, but with the backlash that the other Joker got, they decided to go to a different characterization of him. Because the costume and makeup all looks familiar with that. I feel like I've seen that particular style of Joker maybe in clips from the older movies, because it doesn't look like Heath Ledger's Joker either. That one looked always struck me as being a little more grimy. But this is Joker in his prime. This is when he becomes the Joker. I'm very interested that his name is Arthur for some reason. I can't. It's such a normal name. I'm interested to see how his mother plays into this, because I can think of two possibilities. One of which he dies, one of which she dies, his mother dies, and that kind of sparks his spiral into madness, or something else triggers it, and she is still alive throughout the movie, and then he ends up killing her. That last scene with him carrying the roses down the hallway, my guess is that he could be going to go visit her. Neither of those possibilities go well, but this is DC. They are known for being more grim. Okay. I didn't realize that Joker had a following, because that's what it looked like in part. There was a couple of scenes where there were a bunch of other people wearing clown masks that resemble his earlier costuming. So I'm curious as to if it's sort of a V for Vendetta type thing, where they all start seeing him commit these acts and decide to don their own masks to conceal their identity and to try to get away with stuff, but that doesn't seem quite right. At the very least, it wouldn't be as just of a cause as the V for Vendetta crowd. So I'm curious as to whether those are people that he's recruited or if they just are trying to mimic him. The actor that they got to play the Joker looks really good for the role. I'm gonna have to look up the actor's name, but I really like what we saw of him. He has the right physical acting ability. Like, there were just a couple of scenes where his body's kind of twisted and his arms and torso are jutting at odd angles, and I think that's really cool. That kind of helps to be off-putting, helps you to understand that something here is unsettling. Plus his smile and his laugh. Every time they made the wide grin, I don't like that. I mean, it was great. But it achieved its goal of being unsettling. So it looks overall like they're doing a good job with this. I'm curious as to what the overall tone's going to be of it, especially with the music, with the smile music they had playing in the background. It makes me wonder if the movie's going to turn darker and more warped as he kind of goes more warped, or if it's going to maintain its tone as it goes on. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they end up finishing this film. I honestly wasn't thinking of going to go see it, but with this trailer, I am intrigued. It might be something that I have to look into once we get closer to the fall and I see more about this film. Because superhero films are pretty fun and good, and I'm always for villain stories. So I'll have to consider going to see this. It certainly does look interesting, and I think that the trailer itself does a good job of getting the audience at least curious, if not fully interested. At the moment, I don't have too many more thoughts on the trailer, so I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Robert Smith, I do appreciate you submitting this trailer for me to watch. It certainly was an interesting trailer, and I might not have seen it otherwise. Thank you so much for the submission. If you have something that you'd like me to review, whether it's a trailer or a piece of work, a film, whatever it is, leave me a message and let me know, and I will take a look at it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions, comments, any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. Thank you so much, and hope you have a great day.